Hello there guys, it's Jenny here from Just Jenny Journaling once again. Welcome back. It's a really, well, I always say that, it's a video share today of some bits and pieces that will be found in my journaling supply section on Etsy that I've been working on for a while, just to add to your journals. The first things are the set, they're not sold as a set, these are journal jewellery pieces that you can use to adorn the front of your journals, or even inside your journals as you're working with them. I've made 3 sets, and the idea is, this one here is one that I've made for me, for the front of my winter journal, but it's removable. It's removable, and then I can open up your journal inside, and as you're working, or you want to make a feature of your page as you're working on it, you can pop the you can pop it inside. You can pop it on a spine if you fancy. All sorts of bits and pieces you can do with them. Great for TNs. So these 3, they are a mix. I've popped them all onto little bulldog clips. They're a mix of vintage and pre-loved, I think, different pieces of jewellery, and I've just popped. I've popped them on. Each one I presented them just on one of my Vogue postcards, and then I've backed them all. I've just popped a little bit of fabric on the back, so you can use any of these in your journals as well as part of your journal supplies. So that's that one in the pink and the black with the pearls. This one here I really love because this caught my eye. This pendant caught my eye first of all. If you can see, it almost looks like a little fern, and then I picked this up. This big, still looks like a leaf. It's very autumnal. And then I picked up a little necklace with these little almost perspex leaves. I don't know if you can see them. And then I teamed them up with these beads from something different. And again, it's removable, so you can pop it anywhere. You can pop it on the front of your book like so. You can pop it on the inside as you're working with them. How gorgeous does that look? I'll be doing some more. They're just a little bit more fiddly than I imagined, to be honest. It takes a little while, but I'll be adding them as I go. So that again is on a Vogue postcard, and I've just popped a little bit of fabric on the back, so you can use these as pockets or whatever you might like to in a coordinating journal. This is the first one that I did. I love it, love it, love. This huge pendant is like a vintage type. It was a vintage one. I picked it up from one of the charity shops, and I've had it for a while. And I've teamed that one up with some hearts, with a heart, I think. That's pre-loved rather than vintage, I think. And this is quite a vintage piece. And I've got pieces of this on my one of my TNs as well. And I popped that, if you can see how nice. I can just show you. I'll pop it on my floral silhouette affordable. If you can see just how it does give a lift to any journal that you fancy. Any journal. And you can pop it wherever you like. So 3, they'll be under separate listings because they're quite, yes. So first of all, you've got these sets of 3 journal pendants, really, that I'm going to pop in my shop. Also, I've been working on, I did a little preview of these a few weeks back, and I haven't had a chance to list them. So I'm going to list these 2 together. So they're Glassine Envelopes, and I've decorated these with fabric and music paper, napkin, and so these 2 are going to be called the Patchwork Orange Envelopes, and they'll be listed together. These 2 are under a separate listing. I've just called them, I can't remember if it's picture or decoupage envelope. They all have inside, so this one has vintage fabric on it, little wooden piece, some music paper, and this one is from a Ladybird book that I absolutely adore. This picture, some upholstery fabric, lace, and they all have inside them different pieces. 20 pieces of these are torn. I haven't fussy cut around them, of these lovely vintage floral. I haven't inked them because I thought it's probably easier or better for you guys to ink them as you go, because for instance you may want to be inking around in the pink, the green, or like a sort of sepia colour. So there's all different sizes, all different colours, and there are 20 in each for your journals, and then you can always use the envelope as a pocket wherever you like. Let's give you an idea of what's in this one. So they're all a little random selection. Okay, little random selection of floral goodies for collage and all sorts of bits and pieces that you might want to do with them. I love these. I love these. Okay, so we have 4 of those which will be available. I've also started to destash some of my books. Guys, to be honest. So it will be a slow process because by the time you not filmed them, but photographed everything. So I'm going to start off with these and keep adding. These are really popular ones. I've got 2 or 3 of these. The Observer's Book of Birds. I kept this in. It's actually a little note that somebody had written all about what they were going to do with their orchids to repot. But I don't know if you can see how beautiful these little images are. So you can put the whole pages into your journals. But basically you could even just take this little bit out and layer it. They're beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. And this in itself is a lovely book. This is a lovely book, lovely size for mini books. I've got that one, the birds, and I've got the one of flowers. Beautiful, really useful. They're just so pretty, so pretty. I think I've got a couple of these in my stash anyway, and I thought, what's not worth. This is just something that I picked up and I haven't used it, but I just thought it was fun because of all the images inside, all the different things you can do with these images. Pop them in your journals, just pop them in, a little light to your journaling. What fun is that? So it's quite a nice light one. It's not heavy to post, so that's quite a nice one. So I'm going to pop that on, guys. This one was a really it's interesting. I picked it up because I thought I might do something with it. I haven't, and it's quite a size really to try and keep. Yeah, it's what it says on the cover. A journal for people who have insomnia, and it's got different quotes, but it's also got like this all the little papers, why I can't sleep tonight, and then you can pop down, and tomorrow officially becomes today. It's not been used, and I just thought, you know what, that could be really useful for a particular journal that somebody might like to do. I haven't got time to do it, use it right now, so I picked this up a little while ago. I love it. You might want to add it to your collection, or add it to your own personal journals should you wish, or it could be a really nice gift, to be honest. Could be a lovely gift, this one. Oh, hold on, guys, let's take a look at that again. Right, so this is beautiful. It's absolutely chock-a-block with these lovely, lovely images. They're just so sweet. And I've seen greetings cards. I mean, look at how gorgeous that is. I really won't be using this in a hurry. So you might want something that you might think would be interesting as a gift for someone, or just to yourself, just to look through. Let's see, what have I done with this one? So I've got this one here. This one's I picked it up a little while ago. Haven't done anything with it either. Let's see. It's quite an old one. The Artistic Anatomy of Trees, and it goes back to, so you can actually, well, it's about how to draw trees really, but it's ages old. It's quite heavy though. It's quite heavy, but I just love it. I love it. But again, I've got similar. I probably wouldn't use this in a hurry, to be honest. Goes back to the 1920s, I think. Really, really lovely. And the cover, these lovely plates. The cover itself is beautiful. Let's try and, so that'll go in, that'll be available. And lastly for today, just this little fun thing which I picked up, but again I haven't done anything with, and I won't for a while, so it's just lovely. It's a lovely book. Well, it's the stories, but the illustrations are beautiful. The illustrations are lovely. And it's a really lovely, heavy paper. So I'm going to pop this in as well. Oh, that would be a lovely little winter journal, wouldn't it? Oh, that is so gorgeous. He sang it like that, which is much as the best way of singing. And when you'd finished, you waited for people to say that out of all the outdoor hums for snowy weather he had ever heard, this was the best. Oh, I love it. Love it. Oh, so guys, so that's it. So these now are available on my Etsy store under the junk journaling supplies section. Do pop over and have a look, and I will be adding more goodies over the next few weeks. Look out for the videos. Thank you so much, guys. Thanks for following and for taking your time. Take care. Bye-bye. Bye.